There were two sparrows named Tuna and Tuni, who were husband and wife. One day it was Tuna's birthday and he wanted to have some payesh/rice pudding. So he told his wife, Tuni lo Tuni, Tui amak payesh red he dibby. Dear Tuni, will you cook rice pudding for me? Tuni readily agreed to it, but she asked him to arrange for the ingredients. First, she asked him to go bind a hogkol, short-grained flavorful rice, to cook payesh. Tuna flew here and there and finally found a rice shop, where there were different varieties of rice in sacks. Luckily, those days there were many open shops. Tuna would have found it difficult to get rice if there were mostly supermarkets, as we find today, where rice is packed in plastic packets. Tuna kept a watch on the rice shop, and when the shopkeeper was not looking, he picked up a few grains of rice in his beak and flew home. Since the sparrows do not have money to buy as they are birds, it is okay for them to pinch a bit of things from the shops, now and then. But if the human beings take away things without paying, it would be called stealing. This much of clarification is needed for the children to build up their moral standard. Tuni was very glad to get the rice. She washed it and kept it in a small earthen pot she found nearby. Then she asked Tuna to get some milk. Tuna went to a cow shed, where the owner was milking the cows. When the milkman was a bit unmindful, he took some milk from the bucket in his beak and went to their nest. Tuni asked him to keep the milk in the earthen pot. After that, Tuna went to a grocer's shop and brought some sugar in the same way. Then he asked Tuni to cook payesh for him. But Tuni said she needed fire to cook it and sent him back again to get twigs. Tuna collected some twigs from the forest. Then he took a small stick, which he lit from the unanimous/chula/fire oven of a housewife. Those days people cooked with twigs, coals, etc., and not with gas/electricity. Having got all the ingredients, Tuni happily started cooking payesh on fire, which turned out to be very delicious. Then Tuni wished Tuna happy birthday. When the payesh cooled down, both of them had payesh/rice pudding from the same pot and lived happily ever after, sharing and caring for each other. While writing this story, I was faced with a strange dilemma. Many of the facts, which were very common in our time, had to be explained. For example, it was natural for children of our generation to see their moms cooking on coal-fire ovens or find open shops in their locality. But the children of today find these very unusual, as they are used to seeing food being cooked on gas or electricity. They find rice, sugar, and even milk being sold in packets in supermarkets. That is why many of the things need to be explained.